Hello, I understand you would like to be a tree planter. That's terrible.
I love being outdoors. I consider myself to be a very outdoorsy person. Tree planting seems like the perfect job for me.
Do you like being outdoors when it is pissing rain and you have no raincoat and it is 5 degrees outside? Or do you like being outdoors when it is 40 degrees and you are essentially being forced to climb steep hills with 50 pounds of weight on your hips while being attacked to within an inch of your sanity by mosquitoes and black flies? Is that your idea of a good time?
My friend tree planted and told me that she made a ton of money.
Did your lying friend happen to tell you that in your first year tree planting you will most likely end up owing the company you work for money?
I am really more interested in the experience.
You are the reason I cry at night. That is the stupidest reason to tree plant I have ever heard. Unless you are really gunning to experience a dabble with alcoholism, crying in front of strangers, or experiencing your first venereal disease, do not go tree planting.
I heard that there are a lot of good-looking people who go tree planting.
That is a dirty, dirty lie. When you first meet everyone in your camp you will wonder who let the freaks out of the circus, but after spending months in the bush with the same filthy degenerates, while being shunned by the rest of society, your brain will trick you into thinking that everyone looks like Brad Pitt in Legends of the Fall.
I like working with my hands. It is good, honest work.
Go back on your medication before you hurt yourself. Your hands will be gnarled, leathery claws by the time the season is over. Also, you will have gotten the worst tan imaginable from wearing gloves all day, and people will start looking at you like you're a serial killer when you pay for your six-pack of Lucky Lager with your pasty white hand claws. Also, let me know how honest tree planting is when you are digging a hole in the woods to stash your trees in, or throwing bundles of seedlings off a cliff or in a river, because the thought of planting any more of them in the ground makes you want to stave your own skull in with your shovel. Let me know, would you?
Irregardless, I want to save the planet, and what better way to do it than by replanting the forest?
You magnificent asshole, you are doing 100% more to help save the planet just by saying the word recycling than by going tree planting. You realize that you are replanting trees that were cut down by a logging company, and the trees you plant are going to grow for 80 years before that same logging company cuts them down again to make toilet paper for your grandchildren. Also, irregardless isn't a word, retard.
Tree planting will look great on my resume.
You may as well put sodomite on there instead. Most employers think that all tree planters are lazy hippies. Tree planting is resume poison.
I think that tree planting will give me time to think about my future and help me decide what direction I want my life to take.
I'm sorry, I vomited in my mouth, but forced myself to swallow it. Going tree planting will not allow you to think about your life, but it will allow you to hide from the real world long enough to realize that you would rather subject yourself to the mental and physical torture of living in the bush than get a real job that requires you to shower, has a dress code, you are not allowed to swear, lighting things on fire is frowned upon, as is getting drunk every day, and you are not allowed to smoke constantly.
I'm beginning to have second thoughts about tree planting.
Then there is hope for humanity.
Would you like to go traveling with me this summer instead?
I can't. I'm going tree planting.